Bears beats Battlestar Galactica.
Stay on target.
You can't handle the truth.
Stay on target.
It's over 9,000! What, 9,000?
With great power comes great responsibility.
There's only one God, man. I'm pretty sure he doesn't dress like that.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Pop Culture Redemption Podcast. We're here, and we have coffee, although, to be honest, we don't have a lot of coffee left.
No, just a little bit.
But we have enough to get started, and we're very
Sounds
caffeinated.
Good. Which sounds like we both needed prior to.
A little bit.
Get us going.
A little bit. So we're going to be prime form today as we sit down to talk about Home Alone.
Home Alone.
This has been highly requested.
And
specifically by the Kaufmans.
I love that.
I'm trying to think if anyone else has requested it.
I didn't realize it was the Kaufmans that
I'm pretty sure
requesting it.
I think it's Bobby and Jet.
Love it.
I think. Maybe I'm misrepresenting that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Well,
either way.
Anything Jet asks for.
Yep.
I'm good.
It's happening. And this podcast will come out on Thanksgiving.
Yes, it will.
On the day.
Because it is that time of year.
That's right. We couldn't think of anything better to do on Thanksgiving than to do a great Christmas movie. Mm-hmm. Because we're like, Thanksgiving's here. Happy Christmas, everyone.
Ready to go.
So, in fact, even the Scooters coffee that I have in front of me, I mean, you know, as soon as November 1st was here, they had the Christmas stuff going everywhere. Not just at Scooters, but they have an elf quote on my Scooters cup. I just like to smile. Smiling is my favorite. Elf. And it got me to such the point where before we started recording, when I was like, all right, we're doing Home Alone, I looked at the cup, it said Elf, and I almost was like, we're doing Elf today. No, we have done Elf before. We are not doing Elf today.
That is why we needed the caffeine.
We are talking about Home Alone. What coffee did you get today?
What coffee did I get today? Brown sugar honey, which I believe is the same that I had last time.
Yep.
If I remember right.
I pulled in the Scooters and I said I would like brown sugar vanilla latte.
That is my other go-to.
And they said, well, we don't have brown sugar, just brown sugar, but we have brown sugar cinnamon. Would that be all right? And so that's what I'm drinking today.
How do you feel about it?
It's pretty good.
Good.
To be honest, my palate's not, what's the word I'm looking for? Cultured enough, developed enough to be able to tell the difference between brown sugar and brown sugar cinnamon. But it was very good.
I have some brown sugar cinnamon syrup at my house if you want it.
Maybe I'll have to do a taste test sometime.
Then you can figure it out, because it's too cinnamony for me.
I am getting to the point
been chilling at my house
in
for a
my
while.
coffee adventure that I'm starting to recognize I like this more than that.
Proud of you.
So that's good.
I was wondering when you were going to get to that point, because you're always like, surprise me. And I'm eventually.
I'm still there, but it's really starting to round out.
Eventually you're going to be like, I specifically want this.
Most flavor combinations, at least in the latte world. So
you have had a lot of different flavor combinations.
Yep. And yesterday, one of the reasons why I need coffee today is that yesterday I went in the afternoon to a coffee shop and I got a specialty thing that they had, which is great.
Yes.
Except it was 3 p.m. And usually 3, if I have caffeine before 3, I'm fine to sleep.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But then last night when I laid down at 10:30 to go to sleep, I was wired. I was like, what?
What is happening right now? No. And it's like you're tired, but you lay down, you're like, there is no way I'm going to be able to go to sleep.
And then I remembered I pictured the blackboard in my mind that the description was on when I was like, I'll have that specialty coffee. And I remember at the very bottom of that description, it said extra shot. And I was like, oh no, it did not register at 3:00, but it registered at 10:30 p.m. And I was like, trying to fall asleep.
So extra shots are not an option after
3.
1 p.m.?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Probably before noon. Just if it's lunchtime.
Yep.
We're not packing a punch.
That's fair. So I have to switch to decaf at 1 p.m. or I am in trouble.
Lesson learned. So, but that's okay.
Welcome to the world of coffee, where you have to. It's either a extra caffeine
Mm-hmm.
morning or a low caffeine afternoon.
Yeah.
So that you can actually
I'm better with the slow burn. It's better with the slow burn. If I pound it,
Yeah.
my body can't.
Yep. I'm the same way. Some
do slow burn.
people can just go for it, and I am very impressed by those people.
So
But I have to
So
take
we
it
got
slow as well.
we got our coffees. Again, mine's almost gone already, but I got a little bit more to string out over the next 30, 45 minutes as we talk about Home Alone.
I'm gonna be really impressed if you make that last that long,
Very slow.
because you don't normally.
It's true. But we'll see what happens. All right, let's talk about Home Alone.
Okay.
How was your experience watching Home Alone this time through?
Fantastic. Home Alone's always one of those movies that I've been like, there are things that I would like to talk about in this movie because
Yeah.
there's so much dysfunction. So it was good. However, this is one of those movies that like I think a lot of people watch like every year.
Mm-hmm.
And like we had already watched it once this year because the kids had been begging to watch it. They were like, "Watch Home Alone, please." I was like, "Whatever, go for it."
Yes.
Merry Christmas, because I'm a Christmas person. I'm like, yes, bring it on. But I actually like went back in my bedroom and like watched it alone so that I could like focus.
Yeah.
And I was like, I haven't actually like focused on this movie in a while. It's just kind of one of those things that you just do out of tradition and stuff like that. And like it's good, brings you the warm fuzzies, but like actually paying attention to it
Yes.
was good this time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Definitely, when you watch it as an adult, I mean, I remember watching this as a kid. I haven't watched it as many times since being an adult, but I've definitely seen it a few times.
see, I didn't watch it as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I
Much
watched it
different
like
experience.
a few times, but it wasn't like a yearly thing. I enjoy it much more as an adult.
Really?
Yeah.
I enjoyed
Fun
it a lot
fact.
more as a kid.
Ah, that's funny.
I don't know why. Probably because my over analytical brain
Yeah.
more developed now. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Why wouldn't the police actually try to like get in there and see if why don't they care? Because they really would. Like
I told Aaron when we were watching it the first time, not for this podcast or anything, but we were just watching it, and I was like, in today's day and age, the police would be like, we need to call CPS right now because this is a concern. What is happening?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and he's just like eating his donut, like chilling, like. Well, it'll be okay. It'll be fine. We got a crazy mom on the phone,
Yep.
He's just like whatever,
Yeah.
which I'm sure was part of the movie as well. But today that would not go over. Would not happen.
would not happen.
People would be freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
As they should.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're like, we got to be at the airport in 45 minutes and on the plane and taking off. I'm like, in today's age,
Oh, yeah, no, nah.
you ain't
that's-
making that flight.
That's not happening.
That's a funny Nate Bargatze, who's one of my favorite comedians. It's a quote he has where he's talking about like trying to make a flight and having anything less than an hour. If you're
Yeah.
still at home, anything less than an hour. He's like, that plane could be in our front yard and you won't be able to get on it,
He's not wrong.
let alone get to the airport and take off. I was like, oh, that's a different world. 1993. I
For sure.
think that's when it was made, 93. I'm pretty sure that's correct.
Around then.
Because I think I remember looking and being like, this movie's as old as I am.
I feel like I remember that too. I feel like it was 1990. But I could be wrong. Hold on.
I don't have a device on me.
I do.
Just a different world.
1990. November 10th, 1990.
Well, then there you go. Never mind. November 10th.
Because I was a baby.
So this movie's 35 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. That's crazy. Well, what'd you experience as you process through the movie with the Lord?
A lot of different things. Which way you want to go with this?
Well, we could either start heavy, or we can start light, or you could start in the middle.
There's so many options, Connor.
Just
I'm
really
not
did it.
good with options.
I'll give you
Tell
all
me
the
what
options.
to do.
Let's just go right in. Let's go heavy.
Let's
Hit
go
the
heavy.
heavy stuff first. While we're caffeinated and we got coffee still. Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
You want to talk about family dynamics?
Hey, yeah. Let's go.
Let's just jump head first.
Let's go.
Okay, so family dynamics in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
They're special.
They're special. They are special. This is true.
They're intense.
They are intense.
And I feel like if you're looking at your family and comparing your family to this family, it could be better. Like, you could be like, man, I don't deal with that. My family is like so much easier to handle.
Yeah.
But it could also be way worse.
It could.
So there's that.
Or just different.
Or just different.
Right.
Different, yes. Yes. Just different. But like, that being said,
Yeah.
I think we all run into dealing with family dynamics.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just different people having to exist in the same space, having to exist with each other, and you can't get away from your family, really. I mean, there are people that like have to draw boundaries with their family and not see them as often and stuff like that. But I think for the majority of people, like, you just continue to deal with your family and experience those dynamics and work through those dynamics. And sometimes you deal with them and sometimes you don't deal with them and all of those kind of things. But like, how do we handle that? Like, biblically, scripturally,
Yeah.
how do we handle living with other humans?
Yes.
You got any thoughts on that?
Oh, man. I mean, I had a similar thought as I was processing through the movie. But I thought of the Ephesians 4:2.
Yeah,
be
we both
completely
noted that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. I really like that verse in that version specifically because of how it's like the end of that, especially because be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, and you're like, yeah, that's all over scripture. And then the phrase "bearing with one another,"
Yep.
I'm like, yeah, that's what it feels like. Oftentimes,
It does.
I gotta bear with you. You have to bear with me, and because we're not perfect, obviously, and each one of us got our problems, and then those problems don't just affect us, but they affect the people around us.
Yep.
So we have to be humble and gentle and acknowledge that. Start with ourselves. Take the plank out of your own eye before you
Yep.
look at the speck of dust in your family's eye.
In this instance.
Right.
Yes.
And recognizing too that there's our growth and maturity comes in continued relationships. Sometimes, like you said, you have to draw a
Right.
boundary
Yeah.
for whatever reason. Oftentimes though, I heard someone say once, being annoyed is the price of close relationship.
Yeah, that's
This
good.
is the price you pay for close relationship.
Yeah.
There's going to be things about people that annoy you, and there's things about you that annoy people.
Yep.
And if you try to avoid that and run away from that, then the price you pay is you don't have close relationship.
Yep.
So bearing with one another in love, I think, is a really mature stance and a really mature thing to work through.
I wish we talked about that more. Like, what that, like, because, like, I mean, you hear it in sermons and stuff like that. They read the scripture and they're like, this is how we're supposed to handle each other. But they don't, like, talk, or at least I feel like I haven't heard as much, like, what does that look like in everyday life? Like, when I was younger, I assumed that if it was a good relationship, like, for the most part, you just got along all the time. And, like, there weren't hard moments and stuff like that. And, like, as you grow and mature, you realize that some of those hard moments are what actually drives that relationship to be something better and something deeper.
Yeah. And I've enjoyed in my own life, just in the last 4 or 5 months, living here with Jake and Priscilla for that reason.
Yeah.
I mean, beyond the fact that I just love them a lot and enjoy them a lot, the process and practice of living with people
Yeah.
has been like a really growing experience for me in working through all those things, because I lived by myself before that, which was also good
Right.
for me. Some people that can't even imagine doing that, but as someone who appreciates and is very comfortable usually with silence and solitude.
You're like,
living
this is
on my
jam.
own was had a lot of pros and some cons, but this experience of sharing a house with people and living with people has also been very good for not just like my emotional and mental well-being, but also for my growth.
Yeah.
And I think there's that part of it too.
Yeah. If we don't have the opportunity to do it, how do we figure out how to navigate that? How do we put that into practice? How do we grow and get better at that? If we can't fail at it a little bit, we have to be okay with embracing that a little bit.
I think that's a big critique too of the world right now in the United States, the culture, I should say, is we have access to, our brain like gets tricked with social media thinking that we have 500, 600, 700 friends.
Oh, yeah.
And having the ability to engage, quote unquote, with them, but not in a way that measurably, like studies wise, scientifically, or just anecdotally, leads to our flourishing. Like that alone. And so when we have difficulties in relationship, I think it's so easy for us to just pick up, move on, be like, I'm frustrated with this person. I'm done.
Yep.
You're out of my life. I'm going to find somebody else.
Yeah.
I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm going to do my own thing.
Yep.
And I think we miss the commitment in friendship, specifically.
Definitely.
In the United States, of that bearing with one another in love. Because as soon as things get uncomfortable, then instead of engaging that and seeking reconciliation and acknowledging our own wrongdoing, or if we've been wronged, then approaching that with tenderness and grace and honesty.
Yep.
Like when we don't have that happening, iron's not sharpening iron.
Yeah.
And we don't grow and that relationship doesn't get stronger.
Right.
You go work out at the gym and you tear muscles so that they build back stronger.
Yeah.
So if it's like tearing the muscle and then the muscle just being like, nah, I'm not gonna do that anymore.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of gets weaker.
For sure.
So there's a lot of mixed metaphors in there. You get caffeinated Connor who's tired. All that to say is we're too quick, I believe, to jump, to bail, to not work it out.
I would agree with that.
And I think it's to our detriment.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
And I think this movie helps show that. Because everyone's like, well, at least the mom and the son, mom's like, go up to your mom, I don't want to see you for the rest of the night. Son's like, I don't want to see you all ever,
Yes.
And then we get their wish, essentially, and then they realize what they're missing. Specifically, the son realizes what is missing in the family, but his mom realizes it pretty quick.
Oh, the guilt
but you
of a
don't
mother.
realize what you have till it's gone sometimes.
Yeah.
And then the whole family comes to a greater appreciation of each other at the end when they rejoin in reconciliation.
What do you think that looks like 2 months later? Or 6 months later, a year later, after like an event like that helps you have this realization, and then you have like this great like thankfulness for them coming back, and you're like, I didn't realize how much I would miss you. Da, 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 da. How do we stay in the mindset of growth as the reminder of that experience fades?
Like, how do you freeze the change?
Yeah.
Essentially.
Or keep pursuing more change and not falling back into, because like this family, I mean, they were all constantly at each other. Yeah. And I wonder like how much the dynamics of the family actually really truly changed. Like how they treat each other, how they talk to each other, how they interact with each other. Did that change stay? Did it really actually change their hearts? Or did it just fade as time went on? Which we don't have the answer to that. I mean, well, okay, we kind of do, because he does get I guess he gets separated from them in the airport. Is that what the second movie is? Something like
I
that.
don't remember. I actually haven't seen 2, 3,
Oh, you haven't seen 2?
4. Is there a fourth one?
I think there is, but like once it's not Macaulay Culkin anymore, I'm out. Like
Yeah.
the originals or whatever. But anyway, obviously for the movies line, it happens again. But like I think that's something to think about, because so many times in life we have these big, like life shifting moments, and it can affect our relationships with the people around us or the people that we went through it with and stuff like that. But like as time goes on, we kind of lose the effect of what happened. So like sitting here, I'm like, in 6 months, is their family back at each other's throats? Are they calling each other losers and like fighting with each other again? I hope not. But like, I think we have to be super intentional about that too. And it's not talked about very much. Like, especially, side note, especially like in church, when you go to like big life-changing, like you see this a lot with like high school ministry and stuff like that. You go to big events where they've got great speakers, great music, all this kind of stuff. You leave on a high.
Yep.
Which you do. Everybody does. Everybody leaves on a high. But like eventually that starts to come down, and like how do we then pursue that change? Stuff like that. But I think within families, I think that's something too. Like when something happens in a family that's a big life-changing event, because these things happen. Yeah. How do we continue that? How do we be intentional about pursuing growth?
Sounds like a book you need to write.
Well, okay then.
No, I think because I see a lot of different angles to take that. I think the first one that I start with is just you recognize the dang it. Now I'm not gonna remember. I'm in my brain either lotus or locus. I don't know. Lotus or locus of control.
Lotus. I think it's
Lotus
lotus.
of control. I think one time I said locus of control.
Locus
and
is a
then
bug.
And someone was like, it's lotus. And I was like, oh, you're right.
Yes.
But now I'm in my brain and I'm like, I don't remember which one I said first. That, where it's just coming to an honest appraisal of, okay, what are the things that I can control in this? What are the things I can't?
Yeah, I've heard you talk about this before.
And in something so complicated as family systems is, we have to be really honest and clear about with ourselves. What can I control and what can I not control?
Yeah.
Namely, I can control myself and how I respond.
Yep.
I cannot control the other people and how they act,
Yeah.
their intentionality or lack of intentionality with their own growth. If they acknowledge their contributions to this system, either good or bad, I can't control those things. And approaching it with that is both freeing and actually, I think, helps us push towards change systemically. So when we're honest and intentional about our own growth and about our own, maybe I got to set a boundary here. Maybe I need to acknowledge and move this direction. I need to change. Whether they're going to change or not, I'm going to change because I need to.
Yeah.
You can look around you and go, who else is with me in this?
Yeah.
And let's come together. And then acknowledge there are going to be some people that aren't ready for it, who aren't there, aren't willing to do it. And I can't control that.
Yeah.
And if I just focus on that and get frustrated with that, then all of a sudden it becomes something that's out of my control, and then I'm just stuck.
Yeah.
And so I think
it's so easy to get stuck there in the frustration.
And change requires energy. That's another avenue of that. It requires, when you say intentional, it's a similar concept. You have to, change requires energy. It just does, period.
Yeah.
Even the good changes.
Yes. You have to put the effort into it.
Or it doesn't. That's why I love in leadership where they say you freeze, unfreeze, refreeze. So like things are the way they are, and then when they need to change, you unfreeze them.
Okay.
And then whatever the new shape is, you refreeze it. But that requires energy.
Yeah.
Like unfreezing something requires energy. refreezing it requires
Price
energy.
That's interesting.
And
I like that.
And so as we are maturing and changing, hopefully,
Hopefully, we're trying.
is what are those things that God is unfreezing? You could say dying.
Yeah.
Like, I just did a TikTok on Ecclesiastes. Again, I've done it a lot on Ecclesiastes 3. There's a time for everything under the sun.
Ecclesiastes is fantastic. It's fantastic.
It's great. It's great.
As I stumble over my words.
There's a time to plant and a time to uproot. So it's like God's uprooting this part in my life so that this new thing can be planted.
Yeah.
But you can't plant something if there's something else that's in the way.
Yeah.
And it has to be uprooted first.
Yep.
So when we think about that process of maturity
Yes.
and change, that requires energy. And a lot of it is painful. Doesn't mean it's bad.
Yep.
So there's the family, there's that side of things. And then church-wise, I think you can think of it the same way I thought of when you were talking about high schoolers that go.
Yeah.
I grew up in high school.
So did
ministry
I.
in a church.
So did I.
And you have those mountaintop experiences, which are great and they're important, and
Yes.
they're not bad. They're good.
Yes.
But the refreezing is the important part.
It
the
is.
two questions I have is what's the mold that you're refreezing? So if that mountaintop experience is unfreezing, is a melting point, then as you refreeze, are you intentionally in a new mold?
Yes. Or are you falling back into the same one?
Your environment around you is the exact same, you're not making any changes.
Yeah.
Because then you end up just refreezing back into what you were. Might have melted,
Yeah. Yeah.
but you end up refreezing. But the other thought is, I thought about the image of the burning coals, which we've all probably heard sermons where they talk about this, where if you have a lot of coals together, then the fire is really hot.
Yeah.
But if you take that one coal out by itself,
Yep.
then it starts to cool off.
Yep.
And so as we are going through change ourselves, looking around, who are the other coals around me that are in a similar time of intentionality in their faith with Jesus and living that out? And then do what you can for that to be your mold.
Yeah.
To be together and to partner together in that intentionality. Yeah. And that might mean cutting off or cutting back, maybe not cutting off, cutting back some relationships with people who are not as intentional with whatever it is that you want to be intentional with.
Yep.
So
it goes back to there's a season for everything. I feel like relationships, so often we want to preserve what is at any cost because we love the people that we're around, and we love
for sure
the people that we're in relationship with, including our families. I mean, this is all encompassing. So many times we get stuck because we don't want to leave somebody behind.
Yeah.
And it's hard to make that decision that this is where we're at. And we gotta take a step in one direction, whether they're gonna follow us or if they're gonna go a different direction. And it's hard to decide in the moment, knowingly going, okay, well, I've got to stop. I've got to start spending more time here and start spending less time here, even though I love this person over here. So
it's hard.
It is.
It's super. As someone who is also very compassionate and empathetic, it's difficult to set those boundaries.
Oh yeah.
And I say set a boundary. Like, I decide for myself how much am I going to pursue and engage with this person. It's difficult to do that because for me, it's so easy for me to feel responsible for someone. Oh yeah. In an unhealthy way. Yep. There's scripture about, be your brother's keeper. Absolutely.
You're talking to an eldest daughter, I understand.
and it's like, no, at some point we have to evaluate with the Lord. What are you asking of me in this relationship? And where's the healthy spot where I still love them and I want what's best for them and I care for them. And I'm not ultimately responsible for them. They are responsible for themselves. Yeah. And God loves them and cares about them way more than I do.
Yeah.
And I love them a lot. But
yes.
like, imagine my love for you and then multiply it by 1,000.
Yeah.
That's God's love for you.
Yeah.
And God knows what they need and will give them what they need. And to have that freedom with God, to honestly evaluate with God, what are you asking of me in this?
Yeah.
It's very personal.
Yep.
And very situational. I think to have
Yes.
a blanket statement, I think I'm like,
I know.
it's
very situational.
very situational, very personal.
Yes.
But to have that and hold it open-handed with God to the point where if God says, I'm not asking you to do all of these things that you're doing for this person because it's keeping you from going where I'm asking you to go.
Yeah.
Because you are waiting for them
Yeah.
and they're not ready.
Well, we want it so badly for other people, especially like when we're going through a season where we're experiencing it ourselves and we're like, this is amazing. Like, this is transforming. This is like blowing my mind, you know, all of these wonderful things. You're like, I want this for the people around me. But when they aren't at a place, and it's not even that they don't want it to, but they're not at a place that they're ready to make that same jump, but we want so badly for them to jump with us.
Yeah. We want them to
So
go with us.
badly.
It's absolutely right. Yep.
But we can't, like you said, we can't control it.
Can't.
Coming from a controller.
I know, right?
It's so hard sometimes.
And then when you think about, this is why we started deep, because this is gonna be our whole talk.
Hey, you know what? We're
when you
fine
think
with
about
that.
family systems, then the tricky part too is as you age, and as you think about children as they develop, and you move relationally with the same people, but you have different stages of how that relationship goes. Specifically, how the child relates to the parent.
Yes.
And the dependence of the child on the parent, and then fighting for independence, and all those stages that someone more knowledgeable than I could unpack. But there becomes a point where a threshold you have to step across as like a child becomes an adult and the relationship changes.
It does.
And that's hard.
It's so hard.
Because of you can't control what the other people, how they view you and how they want to relate to you.
Yep.
Whether that's the child to the parent or the parent to the child.
Yep.
There's just a whole lot of dynamics there that can make it really difficult to move forward in a healthy way.
Yep.
For both parties.
Both parties, yes, 100%.
And whatever side of that you're on, whether you're the parent and the child who's an adult is still acting like a child and wants to be the child, you know, not take ownership of their life, or vice versa, you're the child and the parent is still wanting to parent you instead of like moving into that advocate, advisor, counselor role that hopefully, you know, I think is a healthier way to view how you move through that. That's hard. And it's messy.
And it's gonna be messy.
Yeah.
I think sometimes parents expect it to be easier than it's gonna be. And I'm like, no matter how you swing it, it's gonna be messy. Like, if you're doing it the right way, if you're having the conversations and you're working through things and you're digging through things, like, it's gonna be a little messy.
Yeah.
No matter what. And I mean, even as a parent of kids who are just like, they're still under my parental guidance, stuff like that. They still live with me, all of that kind of stuff. But like, they're getting to the point where they're wanting to be more independent. They're wanting to do things themselves. And I have to let go of some of my perfectionism. Like, my 8-year-old is really into doing his own hair right now. Let me tell you. The amount of hair product that was in his hair yesterday after I came back from being gone for the weekend, like, he had done it all by himself, and he told his grandma, he was like, I do my hair by myself now. And I was just like, oh, buddy. Like, but at the same time, how's he going to learn? Yeah. How's he going to know if I don't just let him figure it out to a certain extent? I offer my guidance when he wants it, or when I'm like, hey, you know, you don't actually need that much. But I got to let him do it. Yeah. And we have to make that decision as parents to let go little by little at every turn. And it's not just a one-time thing. It is every time something changes, and things are constantly changing.
Yep.
I am like, I just survived the last phase. Can we take a breather before we start the next one?
Yep.
You know, I have a daughter that's getting old enough to want to pick out her own clothes and go shopping, and we have 2 different tastes sometimes. And there are some times I'm like, bro, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I have to die to myself a little bit and be like, yeah, you can get that super hot pink t-shirt, you know, when I'm like, not something I would choose. But then when they reach adulthood, we still have to do the same thing.
Yeah.
We have to make the choice to let go a little bit, and they're gonna make decisions that we think are bad decisions. They're gonna do things that we don't understand. They're gonna fail.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay to let them fail and be there to support them and talk them through it and walk them through it when they come and they're like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I need help. But if we're not in relationship with them, and if we're not allowing them to make their own decisions, they're not going to want to come and ask our opinion.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So parenting's hard. Help.
You got it.
I appreciate that.
got it.
I appreciate that so much. Every day I have to pray and be like, Jesus, help me.
Yes.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yes.
But as I'm sitting here talking about that, that's for any relationship. I mean, obviously parenting is like where it's the most, but like I interact with a lot of high schoolers because I serve with the youth group and stuff like that. But even when you're not their parent, like even though you're like a person in their lives that they come to with stuff and they talk about stuff with, at some point they're going to want to make a decision that you got to just let them make the decision.
Right. Yeah.
And you got to be there to either support them and cheer them on or to pick up the pieces.
Yeah.
And it's okay to pick up the pieces too.
Yep.
So.
And I think it's interesting to process through, as we talk about boundaries a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting to process through that as believers, because I think the culture and the understanding, unspoken understanding, is that we just got to take crap from people.
Yep.
And I don't think that's true.
No.
But trying to navigate that is messy.
It is.
It's hard. And
It is.
knowing how to lovingly and kindly apply and enforce your boundaries is something that could be that's a book somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure
From
there's
like a
multiple.
from a faith perspective, you know what I mean? But
yes,
because I think there's a lot of those kinds of books, but
probably.
I'm not thinking of any specifically from coming at it from that faith perspective.
Yeah.
Is I think working through that with God for ourselves would be a really valuable thing. It has been valuable for me and will continue to be valuable for me.
Oh, yeah.
Is, okay, how do I interact with these people where I can love them? Especially people who, for whatever reason, we find difficult to work with. Right? They might not be, that doesn't mean they're bad people. It might just mean you don't jive with those people.
Yes.
Okay, how do I love others? Jesus has called me to do.
Yeah.
In a way that is healthy and sustainable for me.
Yeah.
And who God has made me to be.
Right.
And in a way that honors my values and what I feel like God is asking of me in this time, in this season, or just in my life.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
That's a great question.
You know?
And I think people and you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think people that are like in organized ministry that deal with that more than like people who like volunteer in ministry.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. 'Cause like you have a little bit more of a choice when it's not your job. But when it's your job, you have to work with whoever
Oh yeah.
comes up. And so you probably
Right.
see that or have seen that more.
Right. Yeah, I think too. I've thought about that in the context of, ministry, in the context of small groups,
Oh, yeah.
in the context
When
of
you're
friend
just-
groups, you
Yeah.
know, and even in your small groups, people, you will disagree with people
Yeah.
about stuff.
Yeah.
And again, if we talk about annoyance is the price for relationship, you know, you have to be clear. You have
Yeah.
to be clear and clarify with yourself between you and God. Okay, what is a preference and annoyance that I just, guess what? I get to learn how to love people
Yeah.
and to be patient.
Yeah.
And to bear with one another love.
Yep.
And then what are the things that you go, okay, I can still be in a relationship with you, but I got to be really clear.
Yeah.
Here is my
Yeah.
boundary.
Yeah.
The way that you talk to this person in your life, that's between you two. Whatever. But I'm not okay with you talking to me that way.
Yeah.
Is an example.
Yeah.
Right?
No, that's a good example.
And just being like,
I see
here's
what you
here's the line. And
Yeah.
that's another thing from Necessary Endings.
Ah!
Henry Cloud. That is wonderful.
Again.
Because when we do those boundaries in a healthy way, but where we're honest, we're like, hey, I get it. This isn't judgmental necessarily. It's just, this is my line.
Yeah.
I need people to respect it. I need you to respect it. It's on you. Do you want to respect it and be in relationship with me?
Yeah.
Or do you not want to? And you will decide for us
Yes.
whether
Yeah.
this relationship is going to continue or not.
Yeah.
Because you say, I can't.
It's making me think of the
This
Uncle
doesn't-
Franks in our lives.
That's right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. The Frank in the movie, the family needed to put some boundary. Specifically, okay, the parents to let him say what he said to
Right?
Kevin in the dining room. Be like, listen,
I would have come unglued. I've
Listen.
been like, look, my kids can misbehave and like they have issues. Like, I get that. We're all human. But you're a grown adult, and that is just beyond,
Yeah.
beyond not okay.
I'd be like,
Anyway,
I can't tell you how to talk to your kids.
right. But I can tell you how to talk to mine.
You will not talk to my kid like that.
Yes. Well,
I feel that way about people that I serve with, that I'm in ministry with, or whatever. When people, I'm like, okay, I can't control what you're gonna say, but when I'm around,
yeah.
you will not.
Yeah, I'm not okay with that. I'm not cool.
okay with you talking about this person like this.
Yes.
So,
Yep.
and then it's just, perfect.
And we always hope that people would be like, oh, okay,
Right.
of course.
It's
But
uncomfortable.
sometimes there's Uncle Franks who just don't give a rip
Right.
what people think. Because even when they're in France and they're all like trying to figure out flights and stuff like that, he comes out with the shrimp.
Yep.
And like the wife of like the one that lives in the house, she's like, those are for later, Frank. And he just flat ignores her and starts handing them out. And I'm like, I would lose it.
Right.
Like if I was her, I would have been like, excuse me.
Right.
But there are
And that's
people.
the
there are people.
tension, because I
Uh-huh.
think a lot of us have this underlying assumption. We just have to deal with it,
Yeah.
or we just have to be like, oh, turn the other cheek and just take another hit, hit, you know, from this person. And it's like, no, there's
Yeah.
no.
I was talking to one of my girls this weekend on high school retreat, and I was like, honey, you got to learn how to say no. Because somebody had done something that, like, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't the thing that had happened. It wasn't necessarily anything bad. But she was like, I just wish that I could have said this or whatever. I was like, honey, learn now the full word no.
Right.
Like, it would have been okay for you to tell them no. They didn't mean anything bad by it, but it's okay for you to be like, no, thanks.
Right.
I don't want that. And she was like, can you just come everywhere with me?
Right.
I was like, until you learn how to do it? Sure. If you want me to help you, I'm there. I'll talk to you about it. I was like, but you got to learn how to do it too.
Yeah. Yep.
You got to learn. She's like, you're just so good at it. I was like, honey, I got a few more years on you.
That's right.
I had to
You gotta
practice it for a
You gotta
long
practice.
time.
You got to practice.
And there's still moments I still struggle with it.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's why, like, I think it's so important to, every situation is different.
Uh-huh.
There's no blanket.
Right. No.
application? I don't think.
I would agree.
There's some extremes on both ends
Yes.
that we can just acknowledge. Yes, those are probably always, you should always draw boundaries in these situations.
Yes.
But for the most part, this is why trying to find God and finding God in all of these movies and in everything you look at in the world and just engaging with him all the time is important.
Yes.
Because you can be in that moment and go, God, what do I need here?
Yeah.
What do I need to do here? What do you want me to do here?
Yeah.
You know, am I just, if it's that shrimp cocktail plate that I had plans for tomorrow and that person over there is just passing around and I told them not to,
Yep.
and they're still doing it, how do you want me to respond here?
Yep.
Do you want me to just let it happen, or do you want me to
And take
set
the time to pause and do that and to check in with
Right.
God and be like, what do I need to do here?
It's not even
'Cause-
like we come to 100%. I know exactly what God wants me to do here.
Right.
But it's that humility and that posture of
Yeah.
just going, do you want me? Is this like something where I just got to take it? And,
Yeah.
And we'll just deal with it and I'll love them through it. Mm-hmm. And that's what you're asking me to do?
Yep.
Or is it something where I need to be firm
Yep.
in my expectations and my boundary with this person?
Yep.
And do I need to do that?
Yeah.
And then move as best you can.
As best you can.
As best you can. So, because it's not always clear.
No.
There's no
It's not.
blanket answers.
No.
But God knows what we need.
He does.
So, and sometimes I've been at a dinner. We talked about it before we started recording, where I was like, I don't want to be here. This sucks. I don't want to be here. And I just kind of like sat in that and prayed in it. And God's like, you can go.
Yeah.
I'm not requiring you to be here. Like, you can go. Go.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay.
And
so then I left.
Yeah.
And the people at the dinner might have felt a certain way about that.
Yep.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
I can just be kind and gracious and,
Yep.
Exiting
that's
and being
the-
honest about it. But
I think that's the hardest part for a lot of us too, is like the expectations of other people.
oof.
They're constantly talking in the back of our head. Like, how are they going to react? What are they going to think? Are they going to, think something of my character? Are they going to assume that I'm off my rocker about something that we don't agree on, or something like, all the people pleasing crap
Right.
that I think we all struggle with to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But at some point, we as people have to come to the place where we're like, is it my responsibility? Is this my responsibility to hold the emotion of other people? And it's not.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, it's not. I mean, I think that we can sit in things with people and support people. And that's a very integral part of relationship and friendship. It's being able to sit with people. But when it's an unhealthy holding of that emotion, of those thoughts, of those opinions, that's when we have to learn, okay, where in my brain, where's my boundary of, do I need to process this? Do I need to hold on to this? Does this need to hold weight in my life? And if it doesn't matter, if it doesn't need to, like, we got to be able to let it go.
Yep.
And it's so hard sometimes because we want to care for people, but we can't.
We have this sneaky, I have this sneaky false belief. Confession. I have this sneaky false belief that if I don't come through for this person, they're gonna fall, they're gonna fail, they're gonna wipe out. It's like, I gotta do it, or they're gonna. And that's false.
You can say
that's
we.
False.
You can say we.
That's false, because what I have to remind myself is, I'm not God.
Yeah.
Period.
Yep.
God is God.
Yep.
And picture however much I love this person. I've already said this. Multiply it by 1,000. That's how God feels about that person.
Yeah.
And God is God, and God has the power
Yep.
to give that person exactly what they need. And it's not on me. God's like, it's not on you, it's on me.
Yeah.
And if I'm asking you to let go of this, then you got to let go, because you're trying to play my role. Like, sometimes God's like, you're
Yeah.
trying to be me, and
Yeah.
you are not me.
Yep.
And I'm like,
You want a fun story?
I love stories.
Well, that's good because I got a story.
I love stories.
I was processing something similar to that of like, I want to fix it. I want to, like, if I'm not there, if I'm not part of the solution, everything is going to fall apart.
Yeah.
And like, I knew that I was processing this, and I'm like, but what if it does, God? But what if it falls apart? Even though I knew he was like, I'm like, needing to step out of it. I was like, everything in me is like, no, I need to be there. I need to help. Da, 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 da. And I was praying about it one day, and it's kind of funny because I've since ended up like studying this in my Bible study and stuff like this. But I had the names Josiah and Hezekiah like come into my brain, and like as I'm sitting there praying, I'm like, is there even a Hezekiah like that's like important in the Bible? Like,
Wow.
I'm like, okay, so I start like Googling, and you might already know where I'm going with this, but like they were the two kings of that were mentioned that like tried to follow God and tried to get the people to follow God again. They were the only two.
Yep.
And it was basically like, I just felt like God was like, you can do everything right.
Yep.
And you still won't be able to fix it.
Yep.
You can't do it. I can do it. I'm the only one that can do it, because in the end, Jesus was the only one
Yeah.
that could bring the people back to him fully, as they went through everything, But in that moment, I felt like God was like, you can't fix it, only I can. Yeah. And I was like, okay. That's okay.
Sorry.
And that was the day I was able to let it go.
Yep.
More fully. I think
Yeah.
I still fight it sometimes, We all fight those things when we want things to be a certain way, and they're out of our control.
Well, it goes from a tight grip to like a loose hand where it's I could grip. Sometimes I want to grip, and it's like
well, and there's heartache in that, and there's grief, and all
you gotta mourn what was.
Yes,
that will no longer be.
Yes, and it's a hard process.
It is hard,
and it comes in waves. Some days it's really, really easy. Some days it really, really sucks. Like, it's just that is how it is when you process those things. But we have to remember that even when it doesn't look like what we want or what we think it should look like, that God is working, and that he's already got something down the line that is better than what we think should be.
Yeah.
And we got to trust. We got to just be like, okay, I'm just going to sit in the suck for a while.
Yep.
Because obviously the suck is part of the plan.
It's part of it. There's another book idea. Embrace the suck.
Embrace the suck. I like it. I support that title.
The spiritual journny. Embrace
Spiritual
the suck.
journey of embracing the suck.
Because I think there's I'm like, should I move on or keep going? I'm going to say this point, and then I'm going to pivot a little bit.
Okay, sounds good.
I think we think it's dishonoring to God to say when things suck.
Oh, yes.
Be like, I
Yes.
can't say
just say that it
this
sucks.
moment in life sucks, because God is good, and it's for my good, and therefore I have to be smiley and like.
That's when I want to throw people
I'm dying,
the Bible
it's
at people
fine.
and be like, read Psalms and Lamentations.
And then even as a leader, I see in my own life, in my own ministry, where I haven't embraced the suck.
Yeah.
As well as I should have.
Oh, yeah.
When it's in my life, or
we don't want
when
to.
like people are going through it, it's like too quick to be like, oh yeah, but look at what God's doing. It's like, yeah, okay, yes, and it sucks. Yeah, done, over. Like, that's all you have to say. That sucks a lot.
I've always been a person that is like, oh, I will say when it sucks. Like, I'm a very positive person, like, in general, but I have never been afraid to be like, this blows.
Yeah.
This part of it just sucks.
Hurts.
And I have seen multiple people in my life just like be like, oh, like you just admitted that it sucks. I'm like, yeah, I do it when I pray too. Like when I'm talking to God, I'm like, I'm mad and this sucks and I don't understand it. And this is really crappy to walk through. And I know that you have a plan and I love you. And so I'm going to keep going. But right now, I'm pissed.
Yep. That's right. Because this is what people don't write about a lot.
Yeah.
In books. Is you follow God and then it falls apart.
Yes.
And it falls apart because.
Yeah.
And you're going, what? Why am I here?
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
There's that.
We feel like success only looks one way. And we think that success looks like the end result. We're like, oh, I did the right thing. I made the right decisions. I followed all of these things and now it's good.
Oh, that's why it's so good to read Psalm, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, and Lamentations all together.
Yes.
Am I missing one? No.
I don't think so.
Okay. Because Psalms has both.
Song of Solomon? Where's that one?
No, that's after Psalm. Before after Proverbs,
say that
before
one?
Ecclesiastes. I did not, but I didn't because it could say that.
Okay.
The point I'm pushing
You were
towards
saying them all in order, so I thought you were wanting.
No, because they have Isaiah, Jeremiah before Lamentations.
Oh, yeah,
but it's
true.
like the hard ones. I was
Yes,
trying to think of the
Continue.
difficult
I'm
ones.
sorry. I derailed us a little bit. So sorry.
Song of Solomon is a hard one for a different reason. Yeah. That's all I'm going to say.
Keep going.
You got the Psalms, which have all the emotions.
Yes.
Then you have Proverbs, which is all about, here's what you do that will lead to success.
Yes.
Oh, Job. That was the other one I was forgetting. Job.
Oh,
That's what I want to
okay.
say. And you're going, great. And then you get to Ecclesiastes, and it's like, no, actually, good and bad things happen to people.
Yep.
Regardless of what they do. It's meaningless, all meaningless. Like it rains on the good and the bad. It suns on the good. Whatever.
Yes.
All those things.
Yes.
And you're like, okay, but I just read Proverbs. That tells me that if I do these things, then I will be successful. And now I'm reading Ecclesiastes. It's telling me no. And then you read Job, and it's the opposite. Job is like, it says Job is one of the most faithful, if not the most faithful person in the whole world. And God's like, look at Job. He's my favorite. Not my favorite, but
Yeah.
he honors me, he worships me, and I'm just make me really happy. And then Satan's like, yeah, but it's because he has a bunch of good things. And God's like, okay, do what you have planned to do.
Yeah.
And then everything is ripped away from him.
Yep.
Right? You're like, but he didn't do anything wrong. And then that's his whole process throughout the book. And you read through that. So, and Lamentations as well. It gets into the hard emotions. I don't know where I was going with this, but it's there. And you have to have all of them. And to understand one, it's beyond our understanding, but also two, yes, there's a role of wisdom and diligence of Proverbs. Yes. And there's a role of wisdom in Ecclesiastes.
Yep.
That we don't understand everything under the sun. Under the sun is the key phrase, right? Everything is meaningless under the sun. Keep saying that. Saying there's more than beyond just what's under the sun. Okay, so it's not all meaningless, but it seems meaningless oftentimes. Whatever.
Yes.
Job.
Poor Job.
God's like, I'm God, you're not.
Yeah.
And the humility of that, but also the processing with how do you process with someone who's going through it?
Yeah.
And not assuming that it's their fault they're going through it.
Yes.
Like, I just followed God and I'm here.
Right?
And now I got to process this.
I didn't ask to be here.
It's like, well, if you hadn't done this, this, and this, and you wouldn't, and then by the end of the book, God's like, oh, and the three friends, ask Job to pray for you, and then I will forgive you or heal you. I don't remember what he says.
Something like that. Yeah.
I will make, then I will hear the prayer.
Yes.
So there's the complexities of that. But Job ends with God, essentially. Were you there when I created Leviathan, when I decided,
Yes.
when I did this, when I did this, when I did this. It's like
Are you God?
80 statements.
Yes.
I was like, were you there with Job's like, no. You know?
I was not.
I was like, okay.
I was not there.
Then there are things that are beyond
Mm-hmm.
your understanding. And yes, this pain is beyond your understanding.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks. But there it is.
Yep.
And that's the messiness of the spiritual journey.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you're not still leaning and relying on God when you're admitting that you're in the middle of the suck. Like, it's okay.
So it just, we don't understand some things. It's okay.
And I don't know, that may frustrate some people, but I am a like borderline anxious, like control, like these are the things that I'm trying to like work on in my life and like let go of a little bit more. So like I'm one of those people that like wants to know the game plan, and I just don't. And at this point in my life, that is freeing to me. That it's not my responsibility. Like, certain things are my responsibility in conversation with God and stuff like that. But I am not going to understand the entirety of everything, and that's okay. And to just let it be, what it is. Some moments are easier than others. But generally, I find that thought freeing now. I don't think I would have a while ago.
Well, I think we've gotten far away from Home Alone.
We kind of did.
That's okay.
It was a good conversation.
Let's do shorter points now, maybe to wrap up, because I think we're about at an hour. How many points do you have?
What?
How many points do you have, like, that you haven't said yet? That you're like, oh, I'd like to talk about this, or say something about this.
1,
Like
2.
Can you go bite size on them?
Yeah, I
just,
actually
like-
think we've at least hit a little bit on the majority.
I feel
of
like
mine.
I have 3 bite size points.
Okay.
That if we just ping pong back and forth our bite size points,
Okay.
might be a cool way to end the conversation.
I think one of our points is the same
heck
that we
yeah.
haven't talked about yet, too.
Oh. Would
So
you like to
there's
take
that.
it? Would you like to draft it for Team Mallory?
I don't care.
You got it.
We can do whatever.
You got it. All right, here's my
Okay.
first bite-sized point. So the thief is climbing into the window.
Yeah.
And steps on the ornaments.
Yeah.
Because he's not looking where he's stepping.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, look. I see everything that I want. The coast is clear. And he does not. He gets too distracted with everything that's out here.
So illogical.
I know. It made me think in that moment, how often
Yeah.
do I do that?
Oh, yeah.
Where I'm like so focused on the future, quote unquote, or on something else that I'm not looking at
Yes.
exactly directly in front of me what God asks me to focus on.
Yes.
And then it brings me pain
Yeah.
because I am not focused on what I need to be focused on.
Yep.
I was like, I think that'll preach.
Or even just like, I have a tendency to move and speak quickly and stuff like that. And sometimes I just jump right into something that I was like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
I mean, maybe I should have checked and see if these steps were slick or not.
Yes.
But I'm too busy.
Or maybe I should look down and see where I'm walking so I don't
I'm too
step on a
angry.
nail.
I'm too frustrated.
Yes.
I'm not looking where I need to be looking.
Oh, yes. I'm too frustrated. That's usually where it gets me. When I get
There's
frustrated.
my bite-sized point number 1
Nice.
from Home Alone. But I was like, oh, that's something to chew on.
Oh, for sure.
So,
For sure.
What you got?
Let's see. I think we both talked about this a little bit.
Love it. What is it?
What are you hearing as truth from other people about other people?
Oh, old man Marley.
Old
Marley?
man yes.
Yeah, Marley.
Yes. Poor old man Marley.
I know.
And Kevin's jerk brother, because he knew. I think he knew that he was just like
Yeah.
pushing buttons and telling people stories. But like the main thing that I thought of is like if Kevin would have like held space for that and like not thought that he was like a terrifying murderer, like he could have gone to him for help so much sooner and he wouldn't have been alone.
Right. I know.
But so many times we get stuck on what we hear about people and like guilty. Like I have done this before and I think that's probably why it hit home with me because I'm like, oh, shouldn't do that. You know, when people say things like, you need to get out there and form your own opinion. Like, sometimes is it right? Sometimes you get in there and you go, yeah, okay.
Yep.
I see what they mean. I see what they're talking about now. But, like, we need to do it for ourselves. We need to get the facts straight up rather than just hearing things. And we need to be careful when we talk, which I'm also bad at because I talk a lot. Sometimes I talk without thinking first. And then I go, oh, shoot. Maybe I shouldn't have said that way, or maybe I shouldn't have said that to that person. Not that it was anything bad, but just like being aware of a situation and like stuff like that. So
what's beneficial, what's not.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, Proverbs got lots of stuff to say about gossiping.
Oh yeah,
not
for
gossiping.
sure. Well, and then even I had Scripture in James written down for that one.
James.
And it is, I mean, it's about
5
the power of the tongue. It's about controlling the tongue. I mean, and it starts with a warning for those who teach. So, like, keep that in mind. But I also feel like it is applicable.
Pointed at me pretty strongly there. I feel like that was very pointed.
I'm pointing at you. No, I was just pointing at teachers in general.
That's right.
I'm just trying not to hit the microphone because I normally tend to do that.
There you go.
Just going under.
Under.
But anyway, it says we can make a large horse go wherever we want by means of a small bit in its mouth. And a small rudder makes a huge ship turn wherever the pilot chooses to go, even though the winds are strong. In the same way, the tongue is a small thing that makes grand speeches. But a tiny spark can set a great forest on fire. And among all the parts of the body, the tongue is a flame of fire. It is a whole world of wickedness, corrupting your entire body. It can set your whole life on fire, for it is set on fire by hell itself. Like,
oh yeah,
woo!
5 chapters, pack a punch.
And there's more.
James don't play.
James don't play.
James don't play.
That's a lot. Like, and words can be such a beautiful thing too. In communication with each other, talking with each other, hearing the word from other people. So powerful and so beautiful. But if you are not walking with intentionality, it can be a slippery slope.
Words are powerful.
They are. And we have to be ready to either back what we say or be willing to admit when we were wrong if it's something that we are going to say out loud.
Yep.
So.
Yes. My other bite-sized point, I have many more. My other bite-sized point is the whole interaction between Kevin and his mom. I call her the mom. What's her name?
Kate?
I don't know her name. Kate?
Isn't it Kate?
I don't know.
I want to say it's Kate.
Kate. The mom.
The mom. I mean, she is just known as the mom.
The mom.
Continue.
Where he is getting banished into the attic. And then she's like, go out there. I don't want to see you for the rest of the night. And then he's like, I don't want to see you for the rest of my life or whatever he said. And then she's offended. I was like, lady, you started this. Like, why are you offended?
Maybe you should ask for a new family.
Yeah.
Like, this could have been a pivotal parenting moment when you could have had a conversation. But no.
And it was,
nah, bro.
And so my whole thing was, I'm like, this isn't a critique on parenting. It's a critique on how in our anger, we are often unaware of our own contributions to conflict.
Ooh, yes. Yeah.
I'm like, you
unaware.
started it and then you feel like you're wronged.
Yep.
I was like, you might have been wronged a little bit, but you were the one that set it off.
Yep. Proverbs 18:1. A fool takes no pleasure in understanding, but only in expressing his opinion.
Was like, and then
I don't want to be a fool.
Proverbs.
Calm down.
The other Proverbs is the harsh word stirs up anger, but a gentle answer turns away wrath.
15:1. A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up stirs up anger.
Anger.
Yeah. I wrote that one down too. We were like on the same page scripture wise today.
In. So, just be aware.
Just beware. Beware. Pause.
Just be aware.
Pause before you go hard on something.
That's right. Are you got another bite size?
Okay, this is another parenting one, so hang with me.
Love it.
How does the busyness of life affect our parenting? Let's see. So I have felt the struggle in parenting of like, how do you balance all the things and still make sure that you have time to parent effectively and stuff like that. But also, like, if your life is becoming too busy to, like, steward things well, like, when do we make the choice to give up things even when they are good so that we can then make sure that we're stewarding the things that God really wants us to be doing well?
That's right.
Like, how often do we stop long enough to engage God and check in with him about that?
Yep.
And, like, this is going to be a little bit of a hot take for some people, but, like, the sheer amount of activities that you can sign your kids up for these days is nuts. And it's just one thing after another, after another, after another, after another. And, like, when our kids kind of got old enough to be in activities, there was something that I kind of put my foot down on. And it took my husband a minute to get on board with this because he grew up in, like, a sports family and stuff like that. I did not. So I had a different perspective on that. And we had to kind of talk it through and stuff like that. But I was like, we will not be participating in sports on Sunday mornings.
Yeah.
And he was like, but they have they have tournaments on Sunday mornings all the time. And I was like, I get it. He's like, well, I mean, like, I thought maybe we'd, like, you know, go find a church to visit or like do our own church. I'm like, that's good. I was like, but the point of church is being in community with people. And how do we be in community with our people if we're, like, not there regularly?
Yeah.
And how do we steward those relationships well if we're hardly ever there? Yeah. And, like, not, like, every family is different and every family makes their own decisions. But this was just something that was, like, super heavy on my heart when we started all of that, is, like, and we serve a lot on Sundays and stuff. Like, we're very involved. I'm like, that's something that I feel like we need to draw a boundary line and steward well, is those relationships within our local church.
Yeah.
So
cool.
There
Remember
you go.
when I was growing up, I played a whole bunch of sports: soccer, baseball, and basketball. I played, like, football for 1 month in middle school. I had an intramural thing.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, not for me.
Fair.
I'd rather play basketball.
There you go.
But I stopped playing soccer pretty young, 3rd, 4th grade. And then it got too competitive, and soccer is like, if you do good, you run at practice. If you do bad, you run at practice.
Yeah.
And I'm like, running is punishment. I don't want to play a sport where it's just what you do the whole time.
That
was what just mean. But I played baseball and basketball, and then we moved to, and I played baseball, like, tournament travel team thing.
Yep.
And then we moved to Nebraska from Kansas City. And so I wasn't on the team I was on for a long time.
Yeah.
And I did, like, a rec league on one night a week.
Yeah.
For a fall. And I was going to, like, my plan was, I was thinking, all right, and then I'll try out for a team for the spring and do the travel thing again.
Gotcha.
And then I realized I actually didn't miss the busyness of it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the space. I liked playing baseball, but I didn't love it.
Yeah.
I love playing basketball. I did not love playing baseball.
That's fair.
And then it was that, like, it was that experience of the pruning in that I was like, yeah, I don't want to do this.
That's where we're at with.
I enjoyed the 1 or 2 days a week.
Yeah.
I enjoyed church softball on Monday nights. It was great.
We have fun.
was
What
a
can
great
we
amount,
say?
you
We're
know?
a great group.
But if I had to do that 3 nights a week, for me,
Right. That'd be a lot.
Not
Because
something
you don't
that I
love
am-
it that much.
Right.
Yeah.
love and not something I feel like God's asked me to do. So,
Yep.
but that was a cool experiencing the pruning and the benefit of it. Be like, no, baseball is good and I enjoyed it.
That's,
But it was a good thing that when I let go of it, I realized, oh, there are other things
yeah.
that I actually enjoy the margin and the
Yeah.
space to steward.
Yes.
Another reference to Necessary Endings. You need to read this book, America.
Everyone, everywhere.
All at once. No, that's a different movie. But he talks about when you're cultivating a plant, you can kill, like you can cut off what's dead,
Yeah.
which is easy.
Yes.
Easy to figure out what's dead.
Yes.
And then the really skilled gardeners are very good at identifying what's good, but it's less good than what's more good, and you prune
Yes.
what is less good
Yes.
so that what is more good can become even better. Mm-hmm. And that is what is hard.
It's so hard.
Cutting off what's dead, usually not that hard.
Right. So easy.
Not usually that hard.
It's very obvious
Pruning
what's dead.
we just let this bush grow because we're not clear about what we need to be doing and what we need to be pruning, and then all of a sudden we're looking at this monstrosity of a plant that is our life.
Yes.
And we're overwhelmed and we're lost in the woods of it, and we're like, I don't even know where to start. It's this huge thing. It's like, well, get with God, get the tweezers, or the
shears.
Shears, not the tweezers. The shears.
I knew what
Tweezers
you
will do
meant.
nothing in this instance. Get the shears and just start
Yeah.
making some cuts.
And sometimes
It's hard.
The
It
things
hurts.
sometimes it's the things that you don't expect.
Yep. Because it's still tiny deaths when
Yep.
you make those cuts
Oh,
to
yeah.
prune.
Oh yeah.
But then your life becomes a lot more fruitful, one.
Yes.
But two, just beautiful.
Yes.
So,
Yep.
but
And
it's hard.
healthy.
Yep.
The parts that remain become healthier and
Mm-hmm.
stronger and yes.
All right, a little another bite-sized point. John Candy makes an appearance in this movie. Mm-hmm. Love it. Pretty sure that's John Candy. I always get him
Yeah.
and some other guy confused in my brain from that time period. But,
No, I think you're right.
and I appreciate his character. And I think it made me think of, from a sermon a couple weeks ago at my church, pastor, shout out to Pastor Sean Faulkner, he said that serving doesn't start with your calendar, it starts with your gut. And I would like to adjust that just a little bit. I like it. Is that like serving, loving people, all that kind of stuff starts with your heart, not with your calendar.
Yeah.
And I love that in this moment, John Candy sees something is happening and he goes, this is going to inconvenience us a little bit. It's on the way, but we're going to have to stop in Chicago.
Yeah.
We're going to add another person to our already packed, van of traveling polka musicians. But I'm like, there's a need here and I feel it and I can help.
Contrast that to the lady who she was trying to like pawn off her earrings and everything. She was like, I have cash, I have this. And the lady's just like, you could tell that she wasn't totally against doing it. But like at first she was like, okay, yeah, what can you give me to help you?
Yeah.
I mean, eventually she is like from a mom to a mom and the lady buckles, but I assume she probably still gave her all the stuff. Yeah. Whereas he just steps in and he doesn't want anything from her.
Right.
He just wants to help her out.
Yep.
He sees a need and he wants to meet it.
Yep. And that's what I love about that phrase that Pastor Sean said. It's like starts with your heart, not with your calendar.
Well,
So I think we're so good. I mean,
Yeah.
it's important to schedule things that are important. So I'm not saying like,
yeah. Oh, of
but
course.
when we look at the totality of, we talk about ministry in our life, like oftentimes ministry, loving people, serving people is inconvenient.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the point
Oh, yeah.
that Pastor Sean was making and the point that I'm making now. Is
Well,
there was it's inconvenient
uh-huh.
and he still did it.
There's another side to that coin, too. So many times we are presented with serving opportunities and we're like, okay, well, I can fit it in my calendar.
Yeah.
I can make time for it. But we don't stop and ask if we should.
Right.
So like there's two sides to that coin and we don't think
But I think
about either
oftentimes
one.
evaluating
sometimes.
what the Spirit is doing in our heart in that moment can
Yep.
be important too.
Oh, yeah.
So is this something that resonates within
Yes.
me, that God is saying, yes, this is something I've made you to do. This is something that I'm in this season or whatever,
Right.
that I'm calling you to, like the Spirit, my
Yes.
Spirit that's in you is resonating with this
Yep.
request.
Yep.
Or
That's when you
is it
make
just,
time. Or is it just because you feel like you should? Or because you're like, oh, well,
or you think it'll
I've
fall
done this
apart
in the
if
past.
you don't do it?
Or you think it'll fall apart if you don't
Or
do
a ministry
it.
leader in good intention insinuates that it will fall apart if you do not do it.
Yes. Yes.
You could be like, well,
Because that
that's
happens
on you.
too.
That's not on me. Well,
Yes,
that's
no.
not on you or on me. It's on God. But ultimately, that's
Right.
Don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby. Yeah. Don't put that on me. Don't do it.
No, it's one of those things that you gotta weigh all the things all at the same time. Like, is this something that I really feel God is calling me to? Is this something that the Spirit is saying, yeah, you need to pay attention to this?
Yep.
And you may have to rearrange your life a little bit
Yep.
to do it.
Yep.
You may have to give up things that you didn't expect giving up so that you have time for this or whatever. But also don't go around saying yes just because you want to look like you're doing all the good Christian things. Oh yeah, I'm serving here and I'm serving here and I'm serving here and I'm serving here. If you are not called to do it, I'm clapping, Jake's gonna kill me. If you're not called to do it,
Emphasis.
if you're not called to do it, it's okay.
Yep. It's okay.
And a lot of times it's gonna be messier if you try to go where you're not called anyway.
Yeah. Yep.
Just It's okay.
This is in rebellion, but Jonah went somewhere the opposite direction of where
Yeah.
God wanted him to go.
Yes.
And it didn't just affect Jonah.
Yeah.
It affected the people on the boat with Jonah.
Yep.
It affected the people in Nineveh
Yep.
who were not hearing that they needed to repent.
Yep.
Right? In
Yep.
God's grace, he goes, no, Jonah.
I need
That way.
you
I need you
over
over there.
here.
I told you to go over here. Now you're going that way. Hopefully we're not as blatant. Sometimes we are. Not
Yes.
always. In our wandering from where God is calling us.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But when we go somewhere and we make that decision in our own understanding, where we go, I'm looking at this saying, if I don't do this, it's going to fall apart. I have to do this, therefore. And we bypass going to God first, you know, then the whole conversation we've already had, God goes, well, one, maybe I want it to fall apart.
Yep.
Or two, maybe somebody else is going to be able to step up.
Yes.
You don't, you know, I'm calling you to be over here. And if you go there when I'm calling you to be over here, it's going to impact there in a negative way, and it's going to impact over there in a negative way.
Yep.
And so just
I
go
need
where
you
I'm
here.
calling you to go, and just
go
trust
here.
that I'm going to figure it out.
Yeah.
I will do it.
Yep.
And you go, okay.
That word trust again.
Trust. Another great book by Henry Love.
Trust. No, it's good.
Go like
It's hard, but it's good.
it's hard. It is hard.
It is hard.
That is hard. Well, you got any more bite-sized point you want to sneak in here before we wrap it up? I think we've gone an hour and 15.
I was gonna
Hour
say
and a half
we've gone
almost.
a while.
Just get us
I think
caffeinated and
I think we're good.
chatting. You feel
Yeah,
good?
we're dangerous. That's for
I
sure.
think there's more to be talked about in this movie. And so, if you're engaging with our conversation today, whoever you are, feel free to hit us up on the Facebook group. We have a pop-in group. If you didn't know, you probably know. But if you didn't know, we hope to see you there. But as we engage and have these conversations together, we have these kinds of insights. And processing through it with someone else, not just yourself, is also helpful. So,
for sure.
and as you can tell, Mallory and I like to talk. She likes to talk more than I do, but I like talking too. In smaller settings.
I was gonna say you get you in the right setting and you
Get
can
me in
talk
the right setting. So the right setting is
right here.
here.
That's one of them.
Or if you wanna vibe on Home Alone for 30 minutes, hit me up on Facebook.
There you go.
And we go to craft or something.
Yep. Stop at a coffee
Or
shop.
get a little group together. That could be fun too.
Oh, that would be fun. Yes.
So, but happy Thanksgiving. Christmas is here.
Yes.
As a someone who used to lead worship every week, it's a lot later in the season for me than usual to say that. Usually I'm like, happy August, Christmas is coming.
Yes.
But now happy Thanksgiving, Christmas is coming.
Now you get to like breathe, and it's not always
do.
looming over you because it's either Easter or Christmas. It's
I know.
looming.
It's amazing. Oh, it's a good breath. It's also good to be in. I don't want to say that being in worship ministry was not good. It was good.
Right.
But it's a good
there's
change of pace.
There's a season
There's
for
a
everything.
season, and I'm in a season.
Ugh, seasons.
All right. Thanks
Okay.
for chatting. This was fun.
It was fun.
So
Thank you
I got
for
all the way
chatting.
through the coffee.
I took my last very cold sip of
My
it
ice
just
is
now.
all melted.
Mine shouldn't be cold. That
I didn't
was my
chew any
point.
of the ice today.
You didn't.
So everyone, you're welcome.
That would have been great
bummer.
to pick up on the mic. Yes.
So, but that's it.
Okay.
Next week we're doing a movie. I don't remember what movie, but we'll be here next week.
Nightmare
Same
Before
time.
Christmas.
Oh, it'll be fun.
I believe that's the one.
That'll be fun.
It'll be
So,
good.
Eat lots of turkey, everyone.
Yes, and take a nap.
Love naps.
Naps are good.
Go Chiefs. All right. Bye.
Bye.